So, hello, my name is Brenda Roberts. I've applied for your position of voice professor, and I've been asked to make a short recording of excerpts of my teaching. I want to explain to you that I teach here at the Conservatory of Mainz in German. Most all of my students are either German or quite international though, Korean, I have Russians, Chinese, Japanese, but most everything in my lessons is taught in German. That's why I want to explain a bit of my method to you. I think most voice professors will be able to judge what my teaching methods are just by watching a lot of gestures and terms that are really quite international, inhalare la voce from Lamperti, for example. I do also teach in English. I have private students come over here from the States. I also do master classes in the United States, so there should be no doubt that I can teach in English. Let me explain perhaps first of all a few important points of my teaching methods. I think number one of anybody's list is the correct posture with the correct head position, neither pushing the jaw forward or backwards or tilting like a puppet, straight, so that the larynx is in a more relaxed position and doesn't get any tension from faulty posture. Secondly, the support. I advocate from the sternum, the entire epigastrium, all these muscles, that they are expanded. And also very important is the expansion of the back. Now, I studied with Professor Hermanus Beer at Northwestern University. I received my bachelor's and my master's degree in music there. And his principles of teaching are pretty much the principles that I teach, going back to the Swedish-Italian school, that is Dr. Bratt in Sweden with his student Lindqvist, which I think perhaps everyone knows. And also the Italian school, I think of Lamperti, exactly his feeling of inhalare la voce. William Earl Brown, who was also a student of Lamperti, stated that a tone must be self-starting, self-prolonging, and self-stopping. And these are the things that I advocate also. You might even hear me say to my students on this recording, let the tone come, just lasti tone kommen. This is a very, very important part. To all of this, of course, a certain kind of opening in the pharynx, in the upper pharynx, which I advocate the feeling of joyful surprise. Yeah, or I tell my students, freudige Überraschung, it's joyful surprise. I think in the States you say a lot too of happy Auf jeden Fall, at any rate, that it opens the upper pharynx and the hard palate, the soft palate. Together with all of this, I usually watch that they have a very relaxed jaw, that the tongue is very flexible and always in motion, that they can sing their ah or the a or the e or the s, and they ga ga ka ka ya ya the, which we use a lot of here, the th, because it tends to bring the voice more forward, the tongue away from the back of the throat, the tongue away from any kind of pushing down on the larynx. To the Dr. Bratt school, belongs to the NG, ring, finger position of the tongue, which also brings it back from the wall of the throat, and keeps my students, or keeps any singer, from pushing down, depressing the tongue, and putting tension into the larynx. So, a great deal of my work is just trying to eliminate a faulty technique when the students come into me in the beginning. In Germany, although I suppose anywhere in the world, but especially in Germany, I know the problems here more or less. They have a lot of false ideas of singing. A very important artistic director in Frankfurt, Bernd Löbe, wrote an article not too long ago saying that he had engaged 27 foreign singers and only 8 German singers, which I think is a problem over here, which I actually thought I might write an article for NATS about this. By the way, I'm a member of NATS, and I'm a member of the Bundesverband of Gesangspädagogen, the same thing as NATS here in Germany. In Germany, many of the problems have to do with the depressing of the tongue. Oh, they're going to make room. And what they're actually doing is putting a lot of tension and closing this room. They also tend to exhale, and they think we should throw the tones out. And these are all problems that I have to deal with here. Oh, and very much in Germany is the kind of belly breathing, very low in the abdomen, which does not give any support at all. These are things that I deal with, especially here with my German singers. Probably different problems arise in the States with some years. I did notice in my master classes, some of the problems were actually not the belly breathing, but also not too much of the epigastrium, a little bit too little support, I felt. So, okay, if you have any questions, email me or call me. You have my number, you have my email address. Perhaps there are some questions as to this tape that you would like to ask me. I'd be glad to answer anything you want. This is just a small part of my work that I'm showing you. I hope you enjoy it. And excuse my off-the-cuff speaking to you.